Hello and welcome to part 2 of our video on triangle sum and exterior angle theorem. So in the first video we proved the theorems and now we're going to apply them. Okay, so again we're still talking about Jason. He's trying to fix the glass on the exterior in Ohio. So the shaded piece of glass is shown below and one of the triangles he needs to replace. So here is a triangle. He knows the outside section of the angle, the exterior angle, is 124 degrees, and we're trying to figure out angle 1 and angle 2 and angle 3. He does know some information. He knows that the measure of angle 2 is 3 times the measure of angle 1. For example, if I know angle 1 is 10 degrees, then I know 3 times that would be 30 for angle 2. Okay, so let's talk about how to solve this. Honestly, the book gets a little crazy, so I'm just going to teach you the way that I think. So, first off, when you know an exterior angle, the fastest thing to find is the interior angle because we know it's a linear pair. Okay, so I'm going back to Module 1, and I know a linear pair is 180 degrees, and I'm going to subtract the exterior angle. Okay, so 180, take away 124. I'm blanking on my math right now. 56 degrees. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm allowed to move into that triangle, and I know the measure of angle 3 is going to be 56 degrees. Okay, so that's about the quickest thing you can find when you're given the exterior angle. Okay, now I do have to do a little bit of equation. So it says I don't know the measure of angle 2 and I don't know the measure of angle 1. Okay, so I'm just going to add x's to them because I do not know them. But it does say angle 2 is 3 times greater than angle 1. So I am going to multiply whatever I get by 3 because it is 3 times greater. Okay, so the equation of angle 1 is x, don't know it. Equation of angle 2 is 3x because it's 3 times larger than angle 1. Okay, so there are 2 ways that we can figure out the measures of this triangle. I'm going to show you one way and I'll show you another way and you get to pick. So I do know all my angles of a triangle are 180 degrees. So one equation I can write is using the triangle sum theorem. So x plus 3x plus 56 equals 180 because that is the triangle sum theorem. So 3x and x is going to be 4x. Bring down your 56 equals 180. Subtract 56 on both sides. 180 minus 56 is 124 equals 4x. Divide by 4 to get x is 31. Okay, so again, triangle sum states that all the inside angles add up to 180, and so I got x is 31. So if I want to find the measures of angle 1, I know angle 1 is going to be 31 degrees because it just represents x. Angle 2 I'm going to have to multiply by 3. So 3 times 31 will give me the measurement of angle 2, which ends up being 93 degrees. Okay, so angle 1 is 31, angle 2 is 93, and angle 3 is 56. On a quiz, if I want to see if I'm right, let me add them all together. So 31 plus 93 plus 56 gives me 180, so I know I'm right. Okay, that is one way of solving the triangle. The other way is I can use my exterior angle theorem and say angle 1 and angle 2 added together equal my exterior angle of 124. So let me go ahead and write that way. So angle 1 was x plus angle 2 was 3x equals my exterior angle of 124. Okay, so a little bit faster way of doing it. So you get 4x equals 124. Divide by 4, divide by 4, you get the exact same answer of 31 that we got before, but it was just a little faster. Okay, so you get to pick. If you like the exterior angle theorem and you want to add the 2 remote interior and set them equal to the exterior, you can. Or if you want to take the exterior angle, move to the interior angle, and then add these 3 to 180, you can do that as well. That's what I love about geometry is you get to pick. Okay. All right, so again, that was a quicker way than reading all of this and what they did, but that is how you find the measures of angles in a triangle, okay? So you guys are now going to try problems on your own, okay? So I want you to try this problem and then I want you to try the check for your understanding, okay? So try this one, and then try the next one underneath it, which I think is 3 problems, and then check your understanding, and then we'll go over it. So press pause, and give them a try. This looks like a lot of writing, so don't freak out. But the answer was angle 1 was 66, angle 2 was 72, and angle 3 was 42. If you got those right, go ahead and skip on to the next answers. So I'm going to talk about these real quick. Okay? So there are 2 ways of solving this problem, and I'm going to talk about both. The first one, the exterior angle theorem is 138. The exterior angle is 138. You're allowed to move to the inside of the triangle to find the measure of angle 3 by subtracting it from 180 because it's a linear pair. Okay, so that's how I got 42 down here. Now, to find angle 1 and angle 2, you kind of get to pick. If you wanted to do the exterior angle theorem, you could have done in purple over here, or you could have said the triangle sum theorem, which is in red over here. Okay, the exterior angle theorem says angle 1 and angle 2 added together, so 11x minus 11 plus 10x plus 2 equals your exterior angle theorem, angle which is 138. Or you could have said the 3 angles in the inside of the triangle all added together equal 180. Totally up to you, but when you solve them, you get x is 7 regardless. Okay? Once you get x is 7, to find the measure of the angle, you have to substitute, you have to replace. And so I substituted 7 in, so you would say 11 parentheses 7 minus 11, and then same thing over here, 10 parentheses 7 plus 2. Okay? So it's ultimately up to you. If you wanted to use the exterior angle theorem, you can. If you wanted to use the triangle sum theorem, you can as well. It's really up to you. All right, let me know if you have any questions on this example. We're going to talk about the next one. Okay, on the check for your understanding, it says, in an equilateral triangle, equal angular triangle, are all the measures of the exterior angles equal? So if you remember, an equal angular triangle is a triangle where all of the angles are the same, okay? And if they all have to be the same, they end up being 60, because 180 divided by 3 is 60. So if you have a triangle that is equal angular, they're all 60 in the middle. So if you draw an exterior angle coming out from all of them, the exterior angle has to be 120 because exterior angle and interior angles make a linear pair. And so yes, they are all the same. They're all equal to 120. Number 15. Is it possible for the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle to be equal to the measure of a remote interior angle? Explain. The answer is no. So the exterior angle has to be the sum of 2 remote interior angles. So if an exterior angle equals a remote interior angle, that leaves the other angle to be 0, which is physically impossible. You have to have a measurement for that. So that does not work out. So an exterior angle cannot equal a remote interior angle. It has to equal the sum of them both added together. So that would not work out. And 16, if the measure of 2 angles of a triangle are equal to the measures of 2 angles of another triangle, what can you conclude about the measure of the third angle of the triangles? So I drew a picture. If I know one is 80 and one is 30, and in the other triangle, they're also the same to 1 and 30, the third angles also have to be the same. The reason being is triangles have to be 180, and if one of them is 80 and one of them is 30, there's only one remaining number left that it has to be in both of them. So they're going to match up. Okay. All right. Let me know if you have any questions on those 4 problems. Otherwise, you're going to try a few more and then we're done. All right. So let's do some practice. You're going to try 17 through 23 on your own. That'll take you to the end of the notes section in the end of this video. So try as much as you can. Skip around, bounce around, etc., and then press pause and try them and we'll go over the answers. Press. We're almost done. So number 18 was probably the fastest one to do first. So if the exterior angle is 125, 180 minus 125 is going to give you 55 because it is a linear pair. If you wanted to find the measure of angle 1, you could have done 2 different ways. If you did the measure of angle 2 first, then you could have said This is a triangle sum. I know all the measures equal 180. So 180 take away 90 and take away 55 will give you what's remaining for angle 1, which is 35. Or if you did not do this problem first and you wanted to use the exterior angle theorem says these two remote interior angles added are going to equal to your exterior angle theorem. So you could have said the measure of angle 1 plus 90 equals 125, subtracted 90 to also give you 35. Again, you get to pick whichever way you like. Number 19, had to draw a picture. It said two remote interior angles of a triangle measure 37 and 62. What is the measure of the exterior angle theorem associated with the remote interior angles? And then what is the measure of the third angle? So in my picture, I drew a triangle. I drew 37 here. I drew 62 here. I'm trying to find the exterior angle theorem. Hopefully you remember the exterior angle. You add up the two remote interiors to get 99. Okay. To find the third angle of the triangle, you could have done several things. You could have said this is a linear pair and said 180 minus 99 will get you 81. Or you could have said I like to know triangle sum, and triangles are 180. So 180 take away 37 and take away 62 will give you what's remaining for the third angle of 81 also. Okay. So that one was a little wordy, but if you draw a picture out, it'll be good. All right, last but not least. All right, did y'all freak out when you got decimal? Because I did. So they give you a triangle, they give you lots of equations, and all you have to do is say this angle plus this angle plus this angle equals 180. Okay, so you end up getting 4x's and plus 6 equal 180. When you solve it, you get 43.5. Do not freak out. Okay, I do have to substitute to find my remaining angles. If I wanted to find angle A, I substituted it here in blue. 2 times 43.5 gives you 89. ABC, I kind of drew it out. A, B, C is wanting you to find angle B because remember it's the vertex angle of the middle letter. And so it's just X, which is 43.5. Over here on angle C, it wanted you to say 43.5 plus 4, which you get 47.5. And then 23 wanted A, B, D, which is this exterior angle theorem. Exterior angle out here. To find the exterior angle, you could have done two things. You could have added angle A and angle C together to get 136.5. Or you could have said, I know this interior angle is 43.5, and that's a linear pair. So 180 minus 43.5 gets you 136.5. Up to you, which is why I love geometry. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. For a little bit of extra credit and watching the entire video, if you send me an email saying that Miss Callahan rocks, I'll give you some extra credit for watching all of this video. Okay? Thanks for watching. You can now practice your triangle sum and your exterior angle theorem. Good luck. Let me know if you need any help.